AI is not here to take away your jobs. It's only here to make life easy for you.
There's been a lot of talk about AI in the mortgage industry, and there's a lot of misconceptions.
There are a lot of things we do because other people do the same, we just follow that. That's wrong.
So, Iftikhar, there's been a lot of talk about AI in the mortgage industry, and there's a lot of misconceptions in our industry about what AI means for mortgages. What are those common misconceptions that you would like to clarify today?
The first thing is, a lot of people think AI is expensive. So they think AI is for the big companies, but it's actually not. Anybody can afford AI, especially in the mortgage industry, because companies have now managed to sort of keep the cost minimum, and because the bigger companies have taken up that cost and they've managed to spread it over. So it's no longer an expensive thing. And the second one people are worried about is that they will lose jobs because of AI. That's a massive misconception. So AI is not here to take away your jobs. It's only here to make life easy for you, right? So that's the whole idea behind having AI. So it'll do all those repetitive stuff that you normally do. It'll take that away. And it'll free up your time so you can do what you do best. That's advising.
That's the key. And what about the fact that people think that AI in mortgages is not compliant?
Yeah, people do think that, but I think they're wrong, because actually it helps you with compliance even more. Now, for example, let's take a bank statement, right? We analyze bank statements every day, but instead of you, a machine will analyze it for you. So if you, as a human, there are clients who have 40 pages of bank statements. You could miss the transaction. But with AI, it's programmed in such a way that it won't miss it, even if you do. So actually it does help you. And mortgages, there are a lot of compliance you need to do, things like writing suitability letters. So with suitability letters, you've got to write it, but AI writes it for you. So it's a bit like ChatGPT, because ChatGPT writes a letter for you. Likewise, it writes it for you. So you're sure that the advice that you've given is actually now documented. So if FCA comes tomorrow, you do have that suitability letter.
So when we talk about emerging technologies within the mortgage space, which ones are you most excited about?
Oh, wow. There is quite a few. The one I'm most excited about is a voice assistant. Now, at MortgageX, we have something called Amy. Amy is something similar to Alexa or Siri. But why I'm excited about it is a lot of people don't know what happens in the back end. So if somebody asks Amy a question, Amy will give answers. It'll look at various sources to find that answers. It'll verify that and it'll give the answers. So the answer you're going to get is accurate. But if Amy is not sure, it machine learns. It sometimes uses a human to machine learn, but it will learn. So tomorrow, if somebody asks the same question, it's going to have an answer. But that's not it. Because with this technology, what happens is there is a lot that's happening in the background, because there's a lot of analyzing and various other stats that come out of that. So that's what's exciting. So this technology is not only used by mortgage brokers. We are working with a particular bank who likes this technology. So it'll help mortgage brokers, because today a lot of people use things like chatbots, right? But I think the future is going to be a voice assistant. So that's going to change this space. But a lot of things happen in the background in terms of analysis. That's what's more important about it.
What's the biggest challenge that brokers are facing today, and how do you think they can address them?
I think the biggest challenge that brokers face today is what they faced 10 years ago as well. That's admin. They spend too much time doing admin. Obviously, I'm a broker myself, right? So I know how difficult it is. That's one of the reasons why we set up our company, MortgageX, to take away that admin, because there are a lot of things we do because other people do the same, we just follow that. But that's wrong. So we need to always challenge ourselves to see, why are we doing this? Is this needed? And is there a better way that we can do it to save time? So if you take away that admin from the broker's job, that makes your job more interesting, because you can advise clients and spend more time with them. Of course, that will open up other opportunities as well, because from my experience, the more time you spend with your clients trying to give them advice, you end up cross-selling something else as well, right? So it works in your favor. So I think that threat of admin, you can convert that to opportunity. That's what I think things like AI can do for you.
So Iftikhar, as a mortgage broker yourself and now newfound AI guru for the mortgage industry.
I'm not sure about that, but
Absolutely. People look up to you in this space because you have embraced technology and you've adopted it and you've expanded it for us in this industry. But many brokers are still hesitant to adopt technology. What advice would you give to them?
So as a mortgage broker, I struggle with technology myself. But then I realize how much I benefit from that. So that's one of the reasons why we set up MortgageX, to take that admin away and make life easy. I have a client who spends like 5 hours working and the rest of the 3 hours he likes to play golf. So that's what technology can do for you. So don't be scared. It's only going to make life easy for you. It's not going to make things difficult for you. And it's not going to take away your job. It's only going to enhance what you do, and it'll give you that spare capacity to do other things that you like to do.
So what key skills do you think a mortgage broker should be learning and developing in order to thrive in the future within the mortgage market?
I think brokers need to think like business owners. I think that's the key thing. Because when I started, obviously, I had a lot of admin that I had to do, and I was thinking, hold on a second, is this the best use of my time? Because I spend a lot of time, because time is money, right? So I'm worth more than the time I spend in my admin. So you need to start thinking like a business leader. That's what you need to start thinking. So how you save time is generally it's technology. So you invest in that right technology, that will save you the time. So if it does save you time, then you can develop your business further. And of course, for me, things like social media has always helped, right? Our brand, it has developed mainly because of social media. And of course, with people like you helping us out, right? So that's always helped us.
Yeah, I think I agree with you with the fact that brokers need to look at their business like a business, not just mortgage transactions and like an advisor. They need to work on the business rather than in the business. And then you could be the best broker on the planet, but if you're not marketing yourself and putting yourself out there, no one's going to know about you. Exactly. And I think going into 2025 and beyond, you're going to see a massive wave of brokers that are coming onto the social media scene, marketing themselves, but also thinking smartly beyond I do mortgages. I think there's a lot of brokers lately, adopting technology, adopting AI, adopting innovative strategies to make the customer and the journey of the customer more enjoyable and a much better service, I think. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
So tell us, Iftikhar, what inspired you to create MortgageX and what problems does it solve for today's mortgage broker?
The main reason why we created MortgageX is because we hated admin. We just simply hate admin. I think that's the biggest frustrations that mortgage brokers have. They just don't like admin. So admin takes away a lot of your time. Brokers tell me that they spend about 60-70% of their time doing admin. Now that's an awful lot of time. What are you? You're a mortgage advisor, not admin staff, right? So, if you can employ admin, that probably costs you about 30,000, 35,000 a year. That's a lot of money as well, right? So you got to think very smart on how you're going to do that. So that's when we sort of thought, okay, let's just bring this together and make sure that we are not spending too much time doing admin. And that's one of the reasons why we created MortgageX. And also, I'm a tech enthusiast. I love tech. If there's something new, I'll be the first one to read it. And I always try to think, can I bring this to my business? And will that make a difference in my life? So if it is something practical and we can implement it, we'll always implement it. So that's the reason why we have this product.
Can you explain to us some of the most popular features on the MortgageX platform, please?
Oh, wow. We've got a lot. But I'll tell you the most popular one, like you asked, right? I'll tell you in terms of what clients really like. One of the things that mortgage brokers like is the screening, because our tool can screen a client and tell you whether you can actually do a mortgage for them. Because a lot of the time what mortgage brokers do is they spend a lot of time screening clients and then realizing, I can't work with them. You get that answer sometimes after about an hour's conversation. So that's an hour lost for you because you actually can't work with the client. So that's one of the popular features we have. But with the screening, it doesn't take an hour anymore. It'll only take 8 minutes of your client's time, and that's not your time. So that saves you an hour anyway. The second thing the clients like most is analyzing bank statements. They just hate analyzing bank statements. I do as well, because thing is, with bank statements, people have 40, 50 pages worth of bank statements to analyze because we had to look at the last 3 months. And people now have multiple bank accounts. but AI does that for you. So that's completely taken away. So that not only saves you time, but all those inaccuracies, it picks it up. If there's something that you need to be aware of, like a potential anti-money laundering issue, it highlights it for you. But if you miss it as a mortgage broker, it could be the end of the road for you, because banks will say you haven't done your job properly and you're out of the scene. And the third most popular feature is Amy. People love Amy because Amy is your voice assistant, which is available 24/7. So even if you're sleeping, the job still gets done. So that's a very, very popular feature. So Amy is something similar to Alexa, but it's the mortgage version of it. So that's what Amy is.
So Iftikhar, you have gone from mortgage broker to AI guru to technology enthusiast. How did you evolve into this role, and what is your routine for learning? How did you get into it? How did you develop this passion for AI and technology?
Like other brokers, when it comes to technology, I used to be scared. That's what I was. Until I realized the benefits that I got out of it. So that kind of pushed me to doing this, right? So now I'm very different. I'd like to see what ChatGPT is doing tomorrow. I'd like to see what Meta is doing tomorrow. So I've just built that love for that because it's made life easy for me. I have the time to do that because I don't have to do admin anymore, because it's freed up my time. So I can do stuff that I love. So that's exactly what I'm doing currently, right? So it helps me. So I wake up in the morning, picking up my phone. I know a lot of people just go through social media. I'm not saying you shouldn't do it, but I spend more time reading stuff like this on social media, which helps me. So that's what it has done for me. So suddenly that enthusiasm has just come out, right? And if you asked me 10 years ago, I would have never thought I'll be doing this today. Today, people also look at me as a tech expert, mortgage enthusiast, AI enthusiast. They see that in me. So that's suddenly come out all because of technology. So that's exactly what's done for me.